It doesn't always have to be aesthetically pleasing, so I'm walking you through my traditional oot moot process. Good morning, or whatever time it may be for you. I decided to take you guys along with me today because my body hurts. Like, it's just, it hasn't recovered. It's only been 2 days, I guess, of no working out, but it's still sore, still going through it from 2 days ago. So I'm going to be taking you guys through somewhat of a recovery day. I'm filming this on a Monday, so this is not my standard kind of weekend recovery day, but I do want to take you guys with me because we need to do some more recovery in our lives because our bodies are just nonstop doing things, and it's good to prioritize mobility and taking care of yourself. Okay, so right now I'm just making some oot moot. So come join me. It's fun. Got some goods. This is my work from home attire. I've had these sweatpants since high school because I rode. So it says crew because that was really cool. And my oversized Seahawk sweatshirt because this is Jake's. And whenever he gets new gear, your girl snags it. And these are some hotel slippers that I got when I went to Costa Rica in March. This is what I wear almost every single day. Like, it's a different combo. I have a bunch of different sweats. Sometimes I go for joggers, not just your typical sweats, you know? And sometimes I actually wear a sweatshirt that fits me, but rare occasion. Hardly ever happens. So continuing to oot moot, I actually do want to walk you guys through my process because it's what I do for every time I make oatmeal. And people kind of like give me shade for it and they're like, why are you doing that? I hope you like it. I also want to say that I'm not sugarcoating it. You know, this is just the reality of the situation, and I think people need to be more real. It doesn't always have to be aesthetically pleasing. So I'm walking you through my traditional oot moot process. So you see how it's like bubbling a little bit? That's good, I want that. So I have some egg whites, I have an egg. So once it starts bubbling like this, then I'll lower the heat. So I typically cook at a 7, it's now at a 5. So bring it down, actually I'll bring it down to like a 4. Good. So what I do is take an egg, of course, nice crack in here. Oh, nice and clean. So we got an egg. Get all that protein from the egg whites. Can never miss a drop. Take this half cup. I put a half cup of oats, and then I put a cup of water. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And then, that was perfect. So this is considered like 2 servings of egg whites. On top of that, 1 full egg. And we let it sit. And I get these from Costco, the Kirkland brand. They come 4 in a box, so that's why I like it. Sometimes I get them from Trader Joe's, but you definitely get more for your money with these from Costco. Mix this bad boy around. Make sure that egg yolk is broken. That's how you know you're doing the job. Not just any job, you're doing a good job. This is where we're at right now. And of course we add cinnamon. Cannot forget cinnamon. Put it all in there. Mix it around. It's actually pretty good. This is a solid batch here that I'm showing you guys. Okay, this Now this, me personally, I like when it's still like mobile. Some people like it mobile. Some people like it when it's like really firm, which I think is overcooked. And then some people like it when it's like literally just soup. I like a nice in between. Why put eggs in your oatmeal? Well, I'm pretty sure it's a British thing, and my mom grew up in Hong Kong when the British took over, and this is what she learned, so that's why I make it with eggs. Like, I've been eating this since I was a child. Like, my grandma always made it with eggs in it. Eggs, great protein. This is exactly what you need. So, now we get some peanut butter. Crunchy, of course. This peanut butter is just crunchy, unsalted peanut butter from Trader Joe's. Let's take a nice scoop of that. Can't go wrong with peanut butter. And squeeze out the little one. Nice. And lastly, this is the last of the maple syrup.
It's all old and dried out, like that man right there.
Here. Ooh. Yes, sir. This is like my standard, but the weird part is adding the eggs. I'm highly aware. When you're trying to sneak in that extra protein in your meals, definitely makes a difference. And then in here, I just have black coffee that I made with a French press. Like I said before, I want to show you some of my recovery routine because I have been pounding out mobility. Like, it has been changing my life. For those of you who don't know, I have had so many injuries in my life just being an athlete. I rode in college and it's no joke. So basically I have 2 herniated discs in my back. Well, one's herniated, one's bulging, and it comes out from time to time, which is really not great. And then I also have a torn labrum in my left hip, and I actually think it's also torn on my right hip. I did have surgery on my left side, but I was able to prevent surgery on my right side because I'm focusing on mobility, and it's actually been changing my life, and I'm all about the injury-free life. I'm telling you, like, first of all, saves money. Why go to the doctor? Why spend money on surgery? And who wants to have to go through rehab? You don't. I'm just a huge advocate for mobility and taking care of your body, other than just like working out, because recovery is huge.
3 hours later.
Alright. Always apply sunscreen when you're in the fine outdoors, because your skin only has one life. And you gotta protect it. I just finished lunch and some work. What I like to do is stand while I'm working, so I have a standing desk, and I go like up and down throughout the day, so I get really stiff. So anytime, whether I'm in the office or I'm at home, obviously when I'm at home I get more space to like roam around and do stretching, but when I'm at the office sometimes I'll be stretching in my cubicle. So I try and wear like stretchy jeans or leggings as much as possible because I do get really stiff. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through basically like what I do. Sometimes I add some of these before my workouts as part of my like warm up, and then sometimes I add it as a post workout or just like towards the end of the day when I'm feeling if I need a little extra work. So this thing hurts really badly. hamstrings are so tight. Something I like to do, which I forgot to show you guys in the beginning, is basically go into butterfly, and usually before I do my whole routine, I'm like around up here, and then by the end of it, my knee is basically touching the floor here. So that's a good way to test if your hips are flexible throughout your training or your mobility session. So I've been testing myself for a while. I used to be up here. Like, I was that kid in middle school who was so tight in my hips and I didn't realize what that meant. All the girls I went to school with were dancers. So they were like always down here and I was like, I've never seen that in my entire life. And here we are, 12 years later, and I'm able to do it. So it's pretty cool. And then you can also test out like different, so you can start close in, move out. Oh, I feel so much better. So those are a few of my favorite things that I do. Like, it's kind of like my standard. I always hit those every single day, at least 4 times a week. Those specific stretches, not in any order necessarily, but similar. So that was roughly like a 20-minute kind of routine that I do, and then sometimes if I need a little extra stretch, I'll do 30 minutes, sometimes even like 45 to an hour. It really depends. Also on the weekends I tend to do longer ones. And I have this rule where if I'm watching TV, I should be stretching because I think it's just very valuable stretching time. So, and you get caught up like watching TV. It's not as painful and, you know, boring, I guess. If you're watching any Netflix, you get caught up in watching Netflix for like multiple hours in a day. You can spend a good 20 to 60 minutes stretching as well while watching TV. And lots of water. That is absolutely key. I hope you guys enjoyed that short and sweet sweat session, if you will. Not sweat session, stretch session. Now I gotta go finish my work day, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.